Breaking: U.S. Airbase on lockdown after what Muslim was just caught doing there. The left is always saying how Islam is a religion of peace and that the followers are kind and gentle people. However, that is easily disproven when you do a quick internet search and you see the numerous terrorist attacks committed in the name of Allah. Now, as tensions in the country are at an all-time high, news of a terrorist threat has emerged, which has placed one U.S. airbase on lockdown. The world is a dangerous place as it is, but when you add in the constant threat of terrorist attacks to the mix, it only gets worse. Our brave military men and women are thrust daily into the front lines to fight these evil terrorists in order to protect the country from ISIS. Even though many of these terrorists are killed overseas, there are some that make their way into other parts of the world. Case in point is what recently transpired that an ISIS militant was arrested for planning to bomb a U.S. Air Force base. Police received a report that an alleged ISIL militant, Renat Bakev, was scouting for areas to attack and found one that was close by. Bakev had plans to use a drone in order to take down a U.S. plane that was stationed at an overseas air base. However, before he could unleash this terrifying plan, the police were able to apprehend him and put him behind bars. In his testimony, Bakev reportedly admitted that he had pledged his allegiance to the jihadist group, saying Elvis are the enemies of God and needed to be killed. He also reportedly said they had previously planned to stage an attack on U.S. soldiers in Syria but had failed in that attempt. If you have not noticed, for jihadis, pretty much every non-Muslim group is made up of enemies of Allah. In order to stop this ever-growing threat, the world needs a global counter-jihad alliance. However, instead of doing that, most Western authorities are steadfastly refusing even to admit that there is a problem, and that is why the issue continues to grow. Here is more from Hurriyet Daily News. Police on August 10 detained a Russian citizen Islamic State of Iraq and Levant, ISIL, militant, who was reportedly planning to down a U.S. plane stationed at the Incirlik Air Base in the southern province of Adana with a drone before staging an attack on a Nail-by Association. Anti-terror police staged the operation after receiving intelligence that an alleged ISIL militant, Renat Bakev, was scouting around the province to stage attacks at the Incirlik Air Base and a Nail-by Association on behalf of the jihadist group. Police followed the militant and found that he was scouting around the Nail-by Association on the city's January 5 square with a bicycle. They later took action after determining that Bakev was also planning to stage an attack targeting U.S. soldiers at the Incirlik Air Base, as well as downing a U.S. plane at the base using a drone. He was detained while he was near the Nail-by Association during the police operation. In his testimony, Bakev reportedly admitted his allegiance to the jihadist group, saying Elvis are the enemies of God and should be killed. He also reportedly said they had previously planned to stage an attack on U.S. soldiers in Syria but failed. Bakev told police that he was in the province to stage attacks on behalf of ISIL and he was scouting around the air base in order to shoot down a plane belonging to the U.S. with a drone. The ISIL militant was later referred to court after his proceedings at the police headquarters. Bakev had previously been sought on charges of being a member of an armed terror organization, and also reportedly demanded 2,800 Turkish liras from other ISIL militants communicating via the Telegram messaging application to buy a drone. This is exactly what happens when their liberal policies begin to overtake the world. So many world leaders in their quest to appear tolerant and compassionate will not call a spade a spade. These people are radical Muslims that will never assimilate, and we need everyone around the world to get on board in order to fight his growing threat. However, thanks to Obama and his relaxed position on illegal immigration and refugees, our country has been flooded. We have no idea who is in the country or if they have terrorist ties, and we are not the only country in this predicament. Countries around the world have been flooded with refugees, and it is only a matter of time before we see another large-scale terrorist attack similar to 9/11. Thank goodness, this ISIS militant was caught before he was able to harm anyone, but who knows who else is out there, right? Share if you want tougher border security now. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.